Like, no, I can't eat lunch right now. I'm behind on my daily quota. I got to make more offspring. Oh, yeah. Thank you for the save. Oh, man. I saw that bullet whiz by my head. I'm like 60-70% Eastern European, Russian, and like a good percent Tartar, a little Turkish and Ukrainian too. The rest are 1 to 2% scraps, like Eskimo, for example. Gosh, you. Yeah, I've never got tested. I know I'm like, you know, I know what my parents are. I'm half Nigerian, half American, and I think that like American traces back to like British mostly, because like my aunt did it, so I know kind of what my mom is based off like what my aunt is. Well, yeah, they gotta have the exact same makeup. My entire bloodline lived in Russia. Oh, wait, who's coming after me? Where was that? Oh, dude was out of ammo. Lived in Russia, but lots of Russians are also Tartar because Mongol invasion. Oh, okay. What is Tartar? I've heard of it, but is that just like people, like a group of people from Mongolia? This might be a stupid question, but is tartar sauce like from Tartar people? Did they invent that? Because I don't know if they would even like eat that tartar sauce. Seems like kind of like a maybe a British thing, but I don't know. It has the same name. I guess tartar, cream of tartar is probably where it comes from. And that probably comes from Mongolia. Does cream of tartar come from Mongolia? How did cream of tartar get its name? Why is it Facebook? Why can't they just give me a quick answer? Cream of tartar is traditionally... Yo, where did he discover it from? Oh, in Iran. Okay, it comes from Iran. That is very interesting. I would have guessed that. Funny how most war criminals are looked down upon. Meanwhile, Mongolia was a huge statue of Genghis Khan in their capital. Inventory reveal, please. Okay, so yeah, no, I totally agree with that take. It is crazy. Like Genghis Khan, I think he's responsible for like got to be some of the most deaths in human history. Yeah, this is my inventory. I don't really got much. Well, I kind of like this one. Yeah, but yeah, he killed so many people. Like, yeah, like pillaged so many people. Yeah, he's for sure one of the biggest war criminals in history. But when people talk about Genghis Khan, they praise him for, you know, I guess conquering or just, I don't know, being good at war, I guess. But he's a criminal, a war criminal. That's so funny. But yeah, when you look back, especially the further back in history you go, you start to like look at things less through a moral lens and more through like a fascination lens. It's like, wow, this guy managed to kill all these people. He must be goated. But really, if you were living back then, you'd be like, man, this is the devil incarnate. Oh no, we got Jeffrey Epstein in this lobby. Like, how many years in the past does morality start to not matter anymore? Like, is it 1,000 years, 400 years? Yeah, but yeah, he did boink a lot of people. A lot of people are related to him. That's crazy stuff. He's got to pay a lot of child support. If he was still alive, man, he'd be broke. He would be broke. How freaky did bro have to be to put his blood into 1% of all living males today? Man, he was probably like 5 times a day going at it. 5 times a day. At least. I don't know what the calculation would be. I know everything's exponential, but I mean, it's got to be thousands of partners. Probably a good portion of his day was spent doing that. A very good portion of his day. He probably had to set aside time to say, okay, I got to make more offspring. Like, no, I can't eat lunch right now. I'm behind on my daily quota. I got to make more offspring. Oh, just got Jeffrey Epstein. He just released his files. Imagine someone whose family was oofed by Genghis Khan saw an edit of Genghis Khan 2020 said, yes! The disrespect. Think of the victims. Think of the Genghis Khan victims. Like he got away with everything. Like he never got. I think so. I mean, I'm not the best historian. You might have died a terrible death. I don't know. But like culturally, he got away with it all. The Genghis Khan allegations need to be addressed. I went to they have this mummy museum or this mummy exhibit over at the California Science Museum, and oh my god, that is the craziest thing ever. Like there's this foot that was like a couple thousand years old, and it was like black in the point where it looked like it had frostbite, but you could still tell that was a foot. Like you could probably still put that on, you know, people would just think, you know, something was wrong with your foot. But I also didn't know that there's so many like mummies from all over the world, not just like Egypt. And I knew there was, you know, preserved people from other places in the world, but I didn't know like to this extent. Like there were mummies there from Austria, Hungary. There were mummies there from like the Incan Empire. It's kind of insane. You know, they look like mummies, but it's crazy because you're just looking at a person. Like they're in human form. They're in rough shape. I'm not gonna lie, but they're in human form. You know that Egypt doesn't have the most pyramids? It's Sudan who has the most? No way. No kidding. Are they like Egyptian pyramids? Or because I would imagine they got to at least be Egyptian pyramids. Sudanese pyramids. Nubian. I didn't even use the correct terminology. The Nubian pyramids. Whoa. These things are dope. These things are kind of crazy looking. They're extra pointy. I can't believe I've never seen these. This is actually crazy. There's like little ones, and you got the big ones over there. Kingdom of Kush, Meroe and Nubian. The royal tombs of the Kingdom of Kush, showcasing a unique, steeper, smaller architectural style influenced by Egypt, but distinctly Nubian. So they're not Egyptian at all. Oh, it's from an African civilization. That's so sick. I didn't know that. I wonder if they made mummies. Would you guys want to be mummified? Yeah, they definitely skipped leg day. A lot of them had like broken bones, the signs were saying, in their legs. People had so many more injuries back then that they just never took care of. They were just like, they're just okay with like a life-altering illness. They're like, yeah, this is just life. We don't have a cure for it. I'm just gonna suck it up and just live with it. People are just living with tuberculosis, living and dying from tuberculosis. But Loki, I think I would really enjoy being a mummy. I mean, I wouldn't be able to experience it, but the idea of just being preserved for that long and just like being in a museum, I'd just be like just resting in front of these people. I might open up my eye and, you know, you'll peek at one of them just to mess with them. But like just being a mummy, you get to be like wrapped up in like that cloth, you know, it's kind of like a cozy blanket.